Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or just welcome if you're new. Today, with term 2 just around the corner, I wanted to take some time to talk to you guys about some effective productivity habits that really help keep you on track with online courses. I know that online school is not for everybody, but I do recognize that a lot of people struggle with the idea of discipline and actually trying to stay on track when it comes to online school. One of the biggest things that has to do with productivity is having some sort of routine and level of consistency in the way you study, in what you study, when you study, where you study, all that stuff. These tips are hopefully going to help guide you in the right direction and allow you to maybe enhance your levels of productivity by kind of focusing on those 4 key things that I just mentioned. I just wanted to take some time today to focus on some of those things that might really help you focus a little bit better and keep you on track when it comes to online school. So with that all being said, let's just jump into today's video. Now, of course, everybody's gonna find their groove and have different things that work for them, but these are just some of the things that I found to be really helpful in managing my online workload and, not totally drowning in online schoolwork. The very first thing that I'm going to tell you guys is to pick a space. Pick a space where you know you can be focused, there are no distractions, and is comfortable. And having a designated area where you can actually go and study is probably one of the best things that I found to work. I dubbed that space as my classroom or my office, whatever you want to call it. Making sure that you have an area in your home that is separate from an area that you would otherwise relax in or watch TV or play music, I think is really important and was something that I found to be really helpful in managing my online work. The second thing that I'm going to share with you guys, I think is it's so obvious. Y'all, our generation is addicted to their phones. At the end of the day, having your phone beside you, even if you're not on it, is a distraction. You know it's there, you know what's on it, you want to know who's talking to you, and you're constantly distracted by the idea of what could be going on your phone. And that, my friends, is very unproductive. Whether you want to throw your phone across the room like I do, or lock it in a safe, or give it to somebody to hold it hostage for the day, I don't know. My recommendation to you, get rid of your phone. Put it somewhere else and leave it there. Okay, so the next thing might seem a little bit silly, but it was something that I found to be really helpful. I am a creature of habit. I love having routines. So for me, studying specific subjects at certain times each day was a really effective way to stay on top of my schoolwork and make sure that I was actually dedicating a little bit of time each day to each of my subjects. Not only does this kind of create a bit of a routine for yourself, but it's also giving you the chance to prioritize what you study in a day. Based off of what I knew I needed to work on most, that is what I would obviously prioritize first. And at the time of day where I know I'm most productive, that is where I would always start with my weakest courses. Whatever that looks like for you, creating somewhat of a routine and almost a study schedule can be really helpful in making sure that you're staying on top of everything and giving each subject the attention that it deserves. Maybe not deserves, but needs. A lot of people like to procrastinate. I'm not one of those people. For me, leaving things to the last minute stresses me out so much. I'm the type of person that likes to get things done the day that they're assigned, if I can. If it's a small assignment, I like to sit down, grind it out, and just get her done. I don't want to have to sit around and wait till the last minute to get it done because that just stresses me out. And there's always something else that's gonna come up, so why bother waiting and risk not having enough time at all? My friends, I like my sleep. I'm not willing to sacrifice it because I decided to put something off. Procrastination is your enemy. If there are distractions around you like food or Netflix or social media, you're done for. Doing your absolute best to stay on top of things and finding a way to motivate yourself to actually stay on top of things is a really big part of being productive. Procrastination may work for some people, but for a lot of people it doesn't, and often it just results in you being more stressed out than you already are. Usually that's why people procrastinate in the beginning. You will be so much better off if you just stay on top of things and work at them day by day. If you're the type of person that likes to leave things to the last minute, by all means go for it. But for those of you who are like me and you like to work at things a little bit each day rather than just ripping off the band-aid 12 minutes before the deadline, take your time. Give yourself time. This one I think might sound a little bit strange because I was sitting at my desk one day and I was like, wait, I can't see anything out of my peripheral vision. And the immediate vision that popped up in my head was like those horse-drawn carriages where the horses have like those little blinders on the side of their head so they can't see what's happening like behind them. And I was like, oh my God, us humans need that. It sounds so silly, but honestly, like I study in a nook and on either side of me, no more than like 2 feet away from me is a wall. That is probably one of the things that has helped me most with this whole online at-home situation. Not being able to see what is happening behind me, and also in part not being able to hear as well, is so great. At the end of the day, it is a little weird to think about humans wearing little blinders or whatever you want to call them, but like, if it gets the job done, why not? You may not have like actual blinders to put on, but if you could create a space that mimics something like that, that could be really helpful in terms of keeping you on track and focused. The next big thing that I have for you guys when it comes to being productive with online school is have a freaking planner, man. Treat your planner like your most prized possession. I'm the type of person where if something is not right in front of my face, I'm gonna forget about it. So with online school, having literally everything on your computer and no like tangible pieces of paper with dates and deadlines and assignments and projects and all of that stuff, I'd be done for. Hence why I have this little guide. What I primarily use my planner for is making to-do lists. So rather than just writing down dates and deadlines, I literally write out everything that I have to do in a day. And not only is checking something off the most rewarding and satisfying feeling ever, but being able to see all of the stuff that I have to work through in a day is also a really great way of kind of allotting your time and making sure that you're prioritizing what you need to study versus the projects that you need to start or some of the things that can wait a little bit. The next thing when it comes to staying productive is actually giving yourself the chance to take breaks. When you're studying or attended classes, it is very easy to get so caught up in everything and just kind of keep grinding through it. Make sure that you're actually giving yourself the chance to go and take a study break. Go for a walk, go get some food, get some fresh air, whatever you gotta do to kind of refresh your brain is great. Now, of course, that's gonna take a little bit of time away from studying, but hey, my friends, it's worth it. Taking care of yourself is literally the most important thing in all of this. And that leads me to my next big tip here. If you want to be productive and you want to maximize the time that you spend awake and aware of what's going on, you need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're giving yourself everything that you need to be successful. So get your sleep, drink your water, eat well, exercise, play music, do whatever you need to do to make sure that you're keeping yourself happy and healthy. Above all else, those are the two most important things. I'm speaking from personal experience here. If you're not taking care of yourself physically, you're not eating enough, you're not sleeping enough, you're not drinking enough water, maybe you're not exercising, if you're just not happy and you're not healthy, there's no way that you're gonna reach your full productivity potential. At the end of the day, I could tell you all of these things that may or may not help you, but it's up to you. And I understand that online school is not easy, and I understand that everybody has different learning styles. This really just comes down to you learning about how you learn. None of us really expected COVID to come along and totally change up what we know as normal. As much as I understand why things are the way they are, it's so hard to accept, especially when you know what you're capable of in a completely different setting. That does make things really challenging, so I'm hoping that this video, even just in the slightest, help you guys pinpoint maybe some of your weak points and some of the things that you can work towards to try and ramp up that productivity and just succeed in term 2. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys, and as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, heartaches, stories, any of that good stuff, feel free to leave a comment down below, or you can send me an email, which you can also find in the description box below. Again, thanks so much for joining me today, you guys, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!